Welcome back to Starsector. JC here, and we are over Gilead to finish off the last part of this quest line, the Pilgrim's Path. We've done all the rest of it before, so now we need to finish this off. Just going to do a quick little overview. We're going to have some problems coming in soon. Means we might need to do something to do with this soon. Get this doing so they appear. I can get them destroyed and just carry on to the end of there. Sure, that means they'll stop raiding me, but that's doesn't mean they're going to disappear from here. So the likelihood is that Tritachyon will do something a bit more extreme when it comes to this. Not looking forward to that. Because a bit more extreme means lots of capital ships. I have a battle cruiser. But either way, let's get on with it, shall we? We'll head over, dock with the stations, shuttle down to complete the pilgrimage. The orbiting to the surface of Gilead is overseen by the Knights of Lud, and their traffic control is characteristically strict. Your shuttle queues behind a flotilla of lumbering transports and haulers. The face of Gilead is filled with green continents, sealed with seeded with Earth-like by spore ships and climate stabilized by Iridia Utopia's vast terraforming machines. It's a terraformed world. We may have read this before, but we'll carry on anyway. When Lud came, and the faithful turned the world into a garden. A wilderness of astounding riches, it is a gem of the Persian sector. Your shuttle receives a ping from traffic control. Mission to descend. Yay! The landing bay. One of a score or so associated for outsiders, is packed with parties of ludic pilgrims. Dressed in traditional led by robed attendants. Why, the traditional hand weave is just getting old. One such stony-faced attendant meets your shuttle on the pad, and with a double glance at your discreet data pad, rapidly stows the volume. Oh yeah. Wait. At a discreet datapad, shoves it in their robes, invites you to follow them. I am blessed, Captain JC, the attendant said, to invite you to complete the Pilgrim's Path on this day. How do you know this? A faithful must know to keep watch of what is coming, the attendant said, with a strange look, then almost, but not quite, smiles. I mean not to sound so arcane, it is merely that our church has endured hard times and may yet again. Think hard times will come? I pray that they do not, the attendant says. We prepare for it, if they do. Ah yes, prepare for things to come, but don't start them. It is a smaller path you are led down, not the highway of humanity for the main shrine. This is a smaller secondary shrine in the lee of a crag dominated by an immense forest. Okay. Pilgrims are offered tea and water, a ritual washing, water and ritual washing. Yeah, hose them down, boys. The air is filled with sweet incense and the scent of pine. Do you too offer the sacred unguents to the Omnissiah? Aye. A thrum of odd chanting. Oh, it's even more like the Mechanicus. Good grief. Except that these lot would abhor technology. Never mind. Distorted by the breeze, lifts, wanes by the whims of the air currents. You see shrine curates blessing pilgrims. Soon, it is your turn. The curate casts scented drops and says the words. Though it is almost a blur, it is strange to have come so far for this. Around you flows a river of faith and ritual. Your fellow pilgrims have chosen their purpose to pursue, that of Lud's message. In the collective hardships of life, in the Persian sector, as in collective hardships of the pilgrimage. They find a kind of peace and meaning that is absent in the hollow left by the collapse. What? Oh, +10 the Ludic Church because I went and completed something. Leave the shrine. You return to your shuttle, taking a final breath of air, which with exhalation, both the greenery and the mass of humanity. As your pilot swaps takeoff pings with traffic control, they pause at an unusual set of nav instructions, which are forwarded to your now retrieved datapad. You're being directed to a landing which serves a huge monastic complex, some sort of church administrative center. The local data sphere is not forthcoming with details. It's difficult to say if this is a security measure or pious neglect. Very well, shall follow. At the landing pad, you are met by a solemn ludic knight. The knight initiate stands a few paces behind, trying to match the ease and calm of their superior, Captain JC. The knight says, "Let me speak welcome on behalf of the Church of the Galactic Redemption." Sorry. Glass the place from orbit. Wait, what? Sorry. I extend to you an invitation from the revered Archcurate Joseph to meet and share refreshment. What do you want? My time is precious. The knight stands aside, motioning with gauntlet to invite you to walk towards the administrative center. What is this about? I know not. It is my duty to extend the hospitality on behalf of the Reverend Archcurate. The knight says, then, with a thought adds, you are accused of no heresy, nor secular crime. Your safety is my duty. Good clarification there. Because that basically says, no, we've invited you here, not sort of because you've done something wrong, but because we need something from you. Am I allowed to decline? The knight's eyebrows shoot up in surprise. With a blink, the knight recovers composure and says, yes, of course. This is a request, not a demand. Oh, the Reverend Archcurate. A moment pause. She suggested that I insist, if necessary. Belief or some melody. Yeah, some word. Good grief! Stop using fancy words. Hurts my brain. The Knight's look pleads for you to not put them in the awkward situation of denying the Archcurate. Can I can just return to my shuttle and just go, nope, your problem, friend. Da 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 da. No. You mentally review your model of the church hierarchy. The Archconclave is the crown. Archcurate conclave. It is the crown of the church, meeting or sending representatives to perform ruling that determines the highest matters. It's representing on the canon of blood, sanctification, holy law, excommunication. The church has rulers. This Archcurate is among them. So, a meeting with one at the top. Lead on. You are led by the knight from Gardens and the soaring academy of ludic church architecture. Half-remembered dreams of Gothic cathedrals, given flight by the material science of the domain. Yeah, just that alone is do what? Hey, what is that? Why would you do that? Why? That's an insult to gravity. Gravity may very well at one point take great umbrage, tear it all down. It might be thought impertinent to mention this aspect of the construction, of course. Yes, the fact that it can only survive because it's using very advanced technology, or used very advanced technology. They might grumble at that. The Knight Initiate follows behind, footsteps echoing between arched portals. Over slate tiles flicked with glittering pyrite like stars in the night. Dum dum dum. And say nothing. Does every successful pilgrim get to meet Archcurate? The knight looks back at you, half cape, fluttering over carefully secured weaponry, in an expression that is like yours. A stupid question. The tone of the reply is firmly neutral, however. No, Captain. The Reverend Archcurate requested a meeting with you specifically. So why would I be receiving? I know not, Captain. I could not say, the knight said, crisply, eyes forward. You're not giving me anything because you haven't been told. It's on a need-to-know basis, and this person in particular didn't need to know. Though it is minorly annoying, I'd rather my character know why they're being marched into the heart of church. I don't think I have enough Marines to extricate myself from this if I need to. You pass through wooden doors and halls carpeted in designs of foliage and fauna. Presumably of old Earth. A fawn, a whale, orcs, and dragons. Dragons? Must be whales. Circling, and a blue sky wreathed with leaves of ivy, oak, and palm. The Archcurate's office appears relatively austere at first glance, but as your eyes adjust, hand-carved wooden panelling emerges. Their faces packed with small plants and figures both human and animal. The room is situated to overlook a private atrium garden. A shaft of sunlight illuminates flowers and catches the softly trickling drops of a fountain. How very scene setting. Your Excellency, the knight calls out, too loudly for the space, and bows to the figure within. The Archcurate just a word. A person's surname. So it goes there, not there. The Archcurate turns towards you, closing a thick book. Thump! Because thick books like that make a thump. It's a well-known fact. Even if they don't say it, it makes a thump. Come before me, Captain, she says. I would share with you a pot of tea and my hospitality. Yes, I'm not going to say their name. The knight that has escorted you here may have... you have my thanks and may leave us be. Some device with a long handle steams on a heated. A pot and two simple cups beside. Deny tea? In the very few chances in this game you get to be given tea and you deny it? What, are you a coffee drinker? No, no, no. Takes the handle. It's a thing for boiling water so you don't have to get your hands dirty. Yeah, okay, cool. I have no idea what that word is. I've never come across it before. As a simple person, I use a kettle. Without looking, gaze still unfocused, fills the teapot. She is quite blind, you realise. Why did you invite me here? She smiles thinly. You made pilgrimage to the holy shrines of Lud. You have made affinity with the church and held compassion for the faithful. She picks up a teacup and idly taps on the side. In my right hand I hold the hammer, as my left is open for you to take. She says. Quoting from the Book of Lud. The hammer is placed alongside the heart. The office I am entrusted to has need of the service of an actor of means and ability. More quietly, her voice gone low and rough. A hammer. You want me to thump something? The Archcurate places her teacup back on the desk. Actually, where it was before. Then pours tea into her cup and then into yours. You remind me of Provost Bard. Same kind of thing. So you want me to be your hammer? No. My hammer is She nods in your direction. A humbler being than by far than you, but he requires aid in his quest, and for that you might well serve. Ah, so you have a hammer, but your hammer has fallen short, so you have called for the sledgehammer. I see. That makes more sense. When in doubt, hit it harder. And then promptly go on to C4. She sips some tea. Do understand that I speak not entirely of war and wrath. A hammer may strike subtly, even quietly, if aimed with skill, wisdom, and piety. Very well. Don't you have the Knights of Lud for this? She smiles, stonically. You have met the Knights. You know full well, that in all matters they will break rather than bend, and name such waste sacrifice. I should not speak so broadly, however. There is one who was sent to me to serve for his noviceship. Here's the one I want you to find. You remind me of Provost's bard. Do you insult or laud me, I wonder? And our bard is a powerful woman, intelligent and proud. She also makes herself habit of knocking upon the doors of demons. Yeah, it was more for the way you come across, not your actions. She sits back, cradling a tear. Or I should say rather, she sends others to knock in her place. That's the part the character was getting at. You send others to do stuff for you. The Archcurate waves a hand dismissively. I hold not your work for her against your character. If I may return your Janus-faced compliment. Yes, it's quoting stuff I haven't done yet. Don't worry about it. What you have done for Bond may even prove your more suitability for what is in my mind. Yes, this is literally quoting stuff I haven't done. Woohoo! We'll get to that eventually. The Archcurate carefully puts her hands together, not unlike a position of prayer. Captain, allow me to put the matter to you directly. Oh, okay. My agent is a novice of the Knights of Lud. He was assigned to my office in order to achieve his knighthood. He infiltrated a cell of heretical militants affiliated with the ill-named ludic Path. Ah, you're going after Path members. I can get behind that. I don't like them either. I have not heard from him in some time. Her voice, usually somewhere between confident and sardonic, almost breaks on these last few words. He is important. She proceeds, pointedly ignoring your statement. If you accept this task for my office, my assistant will provide you with identity files to aid you in finding my agent. You will also be given a modest retainer to fund your efforts, and more when you find him. You need not answer now. Pray on the matter, or ponder, if that is how you would like to name it. Turns back to the book she has opened with your... May Providence favour you with a blessed path. I pray it returns to me with an answer of affirmation. Well, I just gotta find the dude. No, I've already decided. With such haste, she says. You need not play act enthusiasm to impress me. My opinion has always held that decisions of great import should be given ample time to sleep. Gift me now with silence, she says, as she opens her book with one hand and places the other upon its open face. Very well. I have a comms ID for this person and a story. Okay. We leave the Archcurate to her book. A soft-spoken attendant in robes makes an incongruous datapad appear and coordinates transfer of the Archcurate's comms ID, at least for her office. Then passes you off to the blank-faced knight there, who escorted you in. Escorts you to your... You return to orbit. It's uneventful. So, that took a lot longer than I thought, and I've got a new thing to do. We have a new mission, should I wish to accept it. I just have to remember to come back here at some point and do it. I gotta go and find someone. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hey, I could do a bar mission, but we are getting close to running out of time, and that was that. We have completed the Pilgrim's Path and been presented with another, potentially more, air quotes, interesting mission. Something that more suits somebody with a massive honking fleet that can smack the crap out of smaller stuff. Note, if one of the big factions decides to stomp on me, I can't stop it. Their fleets tend to come with about 3 or 4 battleships. I have a battle cruiser. I can't repel firepower of that magnitude. So, yeah, no, that's bad. So, we will find out what we get to do next time. We'll see what missions are available and then go from there. We'll go back to more standard stuff for a little while. We've done enough mission-y stuff for a bit. Or at least story mission-y stuff. Because I don't want to have to read again for a while. My brain hurts already, and this is the first episode of the recording batch. Fun! So, on that note, thank you for watching. Until next time, this is JC. Out.